This is my second vlog and for Fan Formula, and this is a special one again. This is the On the Road. This is part 2, and this time it is about the British Grand Prix 2010 at the Silverstone racetrack. The highlights of the trip was Lewis Hamilton because he came second, and that was an absolutely fantastic pole position from him, and it was an absolutely fantastic race to watch because obviously Lewis came second and Webber came first, and I like both teams, Red Bull and McLaren, and it was also nice to see Nico Rosberg on the podium because he is a experienced driver, but he's not always on the podium, and it was nice to see a different driver on the podium. And Vettel also did well as well at the Grand Prix, and so did Jenson Button, and it was overall a great Grand Prix to watch. And the fact of being in a grandstand for a Grand Prix to watch it was a absolutely fantastic thing, and it was in the pit straight, which was the best place to watch the cars go past because they were going at speeds of about 200 miles an hour. The reason why I chose to go to Silverstone because it is obviously my home track and it is the furthest track to get to, but it's still a long way away from where I live because I live in Plymouth, and it's obviously 5 hours to travel there in a car. But I managed to provide entertainment in the car to keep me entertained for those 5 hours. I didn't meet anybody in particular at the 2010 Grand Prix because I didn't buy any VIP tickets or something like that. And that's it. But I managed to get tickets for grandstand, which was an absolutely fantastic experience, probably the best experience I have ever actually done in my whole entire life. Roughly it cost me a lot of money. I'm not really sure how much money it cost me, probably at least 200 or 300 pounds, something like that, because sitting in a grandstand and obviously in the pit straight is costs very expensive, and it is one of the coolest places to watch F1 cars go past by at the British Grand Prix Silverstone circuit. I would recommend that people would go to Silverstone because it is an absolutely fantastic Grand Prix, and it is very good. As you can see, your favourite British drivers go around like Paul di Resta, Jenson Button, and the one and only Mr. Lewis Hamilton, which is a fantastic thing. And you can also see the British teams there as well, and it is just a very exciting track to watch. And the best thing is that the place that I was watching the grandstand was an absolutely fantastic place, and also as well the other corners that I watched from in 2009 were very cool, especially Luffield. I quite like that corner as well, apart from the pit straight corner, but it's all changed now because you have the international pit straight. It's not called the pit straights anymore, so it was the pit straight at the time when I went in 2010. I didn't actually find anything negative because all of the results came out brilliant. I was happy that Hamilton was on the podium and he came second, but I would of course like to see him win the British Grand Prix. But it was very nice to see Mark Webber win that race because I like Red Bull of course, and Webber is my favourite driver apart from Button and Vettel and Hamilton of course. The only negative thing is that I couldn't see much timings at all at the Grand Prix, but I thought that the access of like TV screens to see the Grand Prix cars go around was great. There were a few funny bits actually when I went to Silverstone. I remember there was this guy that was at the concert. Obviously, I wasn't watching the concert, but I could hear it from the campsite. And you were singing Kings of Leon's Sex on Fire. He's just a absolutely awful singer. And all you could hear from the campsite was him go, yeah, his sex is on fire. Which was very irritating, but it was so funny because he kept repeating it so much that it just got on my nerves a lot, but it's just really funny. And that was one of my funny parts of Silverstone. Also, as well, what I enjoyed at the Silverstone was the mini concert at the end with all like the drivers going up chatting to Jake Humphrey, Eddie Jordan, and of course David Coulthard. Actually, I did forget to say I did meet one driver, but this was only for a brief of couple of minutes. I did manage to meet the one and only David Coulthard. This was only for like 2 minutes though, because he was in a hurry, because he had to get back home. So basically we were just walking back from the concert show, because after a while it got a bit boring really, and it was time for us to go back to the campsite. So we're just walking back. All of a sudden we just saw a crowd of fans just walking across this grass like a stampede of bulldozers and that. It was just big, and I was like, who is that walking? Then I managed to see that it was the one and only David Coulthard. So me and my sister Grace, the founder of Fan Formula, went up and asked David if he could have our autograph. He said that he was in a hurry to get home, but he would manage to sign an autograph for us. So he managed to sign our ticket for the Grand Prix in 2010, and he managed to sign that for both me and Grace, which was absolutely fantastic. And that means I've got a memorabilia from David of a signed ticket. So thanks David for signing my ticket for us. And after that, he obviously went home in his lovely Merc SOS. But that was a very good part of Silverstone as well. Also, as well, I did like the concert because you had Sebastian Vettel playing guitar, and you also had all the big F1 stars talking, and even present people like Damon Hill and that. I think Damon Hill is fantastic. Well, that's about it, what I can say about Silverstone 2010, but it was the best Grand Prix I've ever been to in my entire life. And I would love to go to another Grand Prix again. Probably next year I would love to go to the New Jersey 2013 Grand Prix, or either the Texas one, because I absolutely love America as a country, and I think it would be absolutely fantastic to watch F1 in America, because F1 in America is not very popular yet, but it will be then. So it'd be just very nice to watch it in there. But I don't mind going to other countries to watch Grand Prix, or either going back to Silverstone again. Just depends on what my parents think. But thank you for listening, and that was my story about Silverstone 2010. Thank you.